Look, I'm trying to tell you, Tupac blood is from these people that's in Mexico that we're talking about.
Oh, go ahead. The Secures.
Yeah, the Amaru.
Oh, the Marus. Oh yeah. Yeah. Hey, look, man.
Pull them up.
Go ahead. You said that word because I remember one of my master teachers saying that these people were called the Amaru people, and they were a raw family.
Look, go to Google. We ain't got to speculate. We can go to Google and pull Amaru up.
I got you right here. I got you. What you spell it for
Amaru clan. You might have to go to the main page of Google to get the descriptive.
Caliphs. The Amaru clan.
So while you looking at that quick recap, so far we found that I know what the fuck I'm talking about when I say that we was a mixture of tribes that went to Florida and that we all left, the whole families left the villages to go fight in the wars. When we did that, they backdoored us with the squatters' rights, saying that the shipwreck had knocked everybody off the land. They used the Lewis and Clark expedition to survey the land to declare the land was vacant because all of the castles and homesteads of major proportion were empty. The reason they was empty is because we went across the nation all the way to Florida, and Florida was really a bigger territory than it is now. And this was the main battlefield that we were fighting.
I got them right here. The Maori people, they like
Mm-hmm.
Can you see it?
Mm-hmm.
This is one picture. There's a couple more I got up in there too. Say,
just show.
Okay, this right here, the picture of one, the lady that they said that was on the name of the Amari tribe.
Now, when you get done, you're gonna pull his grandmama up.
Okay.
His father, mama.
Now, this right here, they said these people were connected with the Amari people, and I know these people look like the Lakota, but they so goddamn black. Look how black. You can't tell me that them Hoshin wasn't niggas. Hoshin was niggas too when they came over here. You ain't no way you a white Chinese and mix in with some black niggas and then become blacker than they was. You know
it's one definitive. If you remember, Pops gave you a clue to know which natives was related to them and which ones was already here, because the ones related to them have hollow hair.
Yeah, that's right.
And the ones that was already here have
they had like you just showed.
Right.
On the other people that Tupac people. See, this right here is the Hindu and the Chinese mixed in, but all them motherfuckers was black. The Chinese was black, and for the Moors, I don't like the word black, but you know what I mean. They were dark niggas, man. Everybody was dark people.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this is another picture of those people down there too. These are here like a whole bunch of white Caucasians or whatever. Albano.
Them ain't even $5 Indians. Them 35-cent Indians right there.
They more than them. They cost more than the other Indians.
Them 35-cent Indians right there. Indians. They ain't even worth $5.
They ain't even $5. Look how white she is though, pale.
Lord, that's not even the definitive no more, because a lot of pale people do have the blood now.
That's right too.
Now they came over here for one drop of blood.
That's true. All right. Guess this one of the leaders. They said his name was Amari of that tribe. Tupac. There you go. Here's another one. Look at the nose. That look like that dude, man. That famous dude. It's like a couple people. It look like Tom Cruise could have some of this in him. It look like
so look.
What's the other dude? Go ahead.
Pull up Mexican Machiavelli. This is a dude. They was after him like they was after Tupac, but he was in Mexico and singing in Spanish. but he was the Spanish speaking equivalent of Tupac.
Uh-huh.
Okay, now this right here.
They blow him up.
Remember when I showed you the Zapatista making the alliance with the Panthers?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
This
Oh,
what
yeah. Go ahead.
this is the Chiefs that's making the truce. Listen, I got to tell you the story. You see the
Oh,
guy right there
shit,
on
man.
Tupac left, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now they've been trying to control his music, but by him being in Mexico, the American industry couldn't control it. They got a different structure, and he only used to do shows and he used to do his own recordings,
Uh-huh.
right? Tupac heard about him through the people that was trying to kill Tupac. So
Damn.
Tupac took it up on himself. I got to go meet this guy because the motherfuckers that want me dead want him dead. We got to have something in common because he knew the niggas that was stalking him and he knew who had them niggas held at bay. So he went down there to talk to him, and his allegiance is for the people, La Pueblo, La Zapatista, and this is the Panther and Zapatista
Right. Shit you said
truth
last
right
time.
here.
Yeah.
Now, they gave him a letter when he was performing his last performance and told him they was finna come kill him. So, Tupac called in a favor for him to get him taken care of so he don't get murdered. They put a hit on him. The same motherfuckers that had the hit on Tupac, they called the Jewish Defense League.
Damn, this shit is heavy, man. So you think them boys both had the same idea and they were sharing the ideas about faking their death? That's what the Machiavelli thing is coming about.
It's not about faking your death because you don't have any say in it.
Okay.
When it's determined that they coming to kill you, the Nation of Islam is coming to send you underground.
Go ahead.
This guy formed that truce with Tupac that will ever change the course of West Coast history. All of the allegiance of the Latins and what we call brothers from a lighter shade of brown to our alliances with Crips and Bloods all stem from this meeting right here.
Damn.
This is why El Chapo is one of the chiefs they tried to suppress. El Chapo's job was to get the imposters off the land, but he don't know who the fuck they is. So he's indiscriminately killing anybody who smell like the enemy.
Yeah, go ahead. You own
The federal government, the CIA, is the one who had him trafficking in narcotics. Right? They the only ones responsible for the narcotics of the world. The CIA got the stronghold on the dope. Anybody that try to come up, DEA is taking their ass out. That's their job. And if you are strong enough to fight the DEA, they're just gonna send a military contingent in there to get you.
Yeah, they raise up
what they call shadow warriors.
Yeah. Same
Spook
thing.
warriors.
Same thing as Taliban, the rest of them.
Yeah. So now, when you see them at the border, when you see them at the border, right, and they trying to get back to their original, nature gonna call them. They can't not come. That's why they keep coming across the border, regardless of how many walls they build or how many motherfucking creeks and shit they put in their way. No obstacle is gonna stop them from following what Big Mama telling them to do.
Yeah.
Now the question is, did the government have a program in place to stop them from coming back to the rest of the Mexican territory? And go to Google.
All right.
Rex 84 space Operation Cable Cutter. For a motherfucker that don't have no receipts, I be knowing where everything at, don't I?
Yeah, go ahead on this because I know they shadow man that topic because I was, you know what I'm saying, I was on that too. They got a couple things where it says Rex 84 allows many military to be closed down and to be turned into prisons. Operation Cable Slicer and Garden Plot. All right, this might be it right here. What you're looking for? Right at the top.
Yeah, so Operation Garden Plot was the George Bush plan to use the CIA to take the world over for the cabal. That's the Garden Plot. Operation Cable Cutter was the program to stop the hordes of natural migration of Mexicans that may aid us in the liberation of the country from Mexico. They can't stop them from coming. Matter of fact, look at Rex 84 on Wikipedia and then search Cable Cutter under Wikipedia. I wish I could see that better because I could have told you.
Yeah, small.
Mm-hmm.
Wire strike protection wire. Okay, not that. Wire cutter. Yeah, see, I knew they were gonna
It's called Operation Cable Cutter.
Yeah, see, they shout out in that topic. I already
Okay, first go to Rex 84.
All right, Rex 84.
It's gonna pull up a Wikipedia page. Go to the Wikipedia page for Rex 84. Okay, now it's gonna be a little box. Scroll down. Now look right there. See if you see cable splicer or cable cutter.
Nah, I don't see it right there. It just says Cortel, FEMA, Houston Plans, Main Corps. Let's see.
Nope, they took it out. This used to be 3 pages long.
Yep, they tell you they shared it because I had did a tape on this, and then after that tape, it was I couldn't find shit else on it.
You know what? I can go to my. I got the receipts of it on my
The plan developed in response to civil disorder of the 1960s and fell under the control of the United Northern Command. Provided federal military and law enforcement assistance to local government during times of major civil disputes. It's like when the niggas get like Jesse Jackson worked for these niggas and Al Sharpton. They work for these niggas. These garden plot niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I'm about to send you a picture. Hold on 1 second.
What's that other nigga name? That lawyer they got. Ben Crump. He worked for these niggas.
Man, that old licking ass nigga, I can't even believe they believe he
licking Ben Crump.
Anything to benefit anybody other than him.
Setting up all them down theatric shits, man, and wag the dog joints.
Mm-hmm.
That Las Vegas shit, we ain't gonna talk too much, but yeah, but it says master military.
I'm about to send you a couple pictures in the on your phone.
Okay, all right.
And then we're gonna use these to deal with the Operation Cable Cutter shit. Okay.
Man, you just gave me a whole nother piece to the deal, man.
Listen, Tupac was making connections with all of the chiefs on the land who didn't know who they was. He was giving them the tools to self-discover so they can be part of the struggle.
Uh-huh.
That's what he was doing in truth.
Who else is doing?
All right, so we start off. I'm gonna give a recap while we're doing this part. So we start off going over for those who just coming in, the Seminole Wars, Gullah Wars. And I had been telling people that it was an admixture of tribes from all over the land and that they sacked us with the Louisiana Purchase, and they used that protectorate agreement as a right to survey the land. Once they crossed the Appalachians and surveyed the land, they declared that the land was vacant and that the crash site was bigger than they originally thought, and they incorporated the protectorate under the salvage right so that they can institute the squatter's right on the vacant land. And the only way to come from under the squatter's right is for the rightful owner to object to the squatters on the land. And that's why I told Dane Calloway it's time to evict the squatters off the land, i.e. the United States corporate legal fiction. So now we're going over the connections that our people have been making across the land in order to restore peace and harmony back on the land and stop our children from killing each other. Because somebody came out and turned us against each other and we didn't know anybody. Mm-hmm. So now we're talking about the government's program to keep us divided and conquered because they don't want the people from the southern hemisphere to start migrating back north, down north, not up north, down north, because south is up. Once they start migrating back down north, the enemy is going to be with his back against the wall and his dick in the dirt. Mm-hmm. So I'm showing the alliances at the same time we talking about historical events, what's taking place on the land, and how can we prove it? So here we come to the Rex 84 martial law memo from 1982, and it was originally written by Oliver North at the orders of George Bush with, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I believe Joe Biden was a co-writer on there, but don't quote me on that. But I know Oliver North was one of the prime writers on it. But so it says that the Rex 84 martial law memo, martial law declared in the event of a national crisis plan did not define the term national crisis. FEMA takes control of federal and state governments. Military commanders replace duly elected officials. Now, this is where we at in the martial law because FEMA is taking power. Mm-hmm. It said plan called for rounding up 21 million American Negroes, delivery to military bases, converted into prisons. So if we don't make these alliances that we're talking about, we can't stop this shit. Let's go to the next one, Elder. This is the origin of the Rex 84. The United States of America Clean Alpha Plan. It was originally written about in the 60s, I think, in a novel. And it was called the King Alfred Plan in the novel when the Iran-Contra was being implemented by the Bushes. Excuse me, y'all, I'm chronic. All right. They came out with Rex 84. The 84 ties to the George Orwell Big Brother is Watching 1984. Rex means readiness exercise. 84 is the code number. It said there are 600 prison camps in the United States, all fully operational and ready to receive prisoners. They are all staffed and even surrounded by full-time guards, but they are all empty. These camps are to be operated by FEMA, Federal Emergency Management Agency. Should martial law need to be implemented in the United States, the current foreseeable event, which will see the implementation of the use of these camps, is the coming of the New World Order led by the shadow government, right? That's the Bush plot, the Garden plot, right? Because George Herbert Walker Bush was the leader of the shadow government over here. All right, let's go to the next one. Salute to Reverend Ray Haggins, because he don't be playing. Readiness Exercise 1984 is a plan by the United States federal government to test FEMA's ability to assume military authority. The objective is to detain large numbers of American citizens in case of civil unrest or national emergency or a false flag operation. Y'all can't forget false flag.
Keyword.
False flag don't mean false. It just means it was done in order to control a narrative. All right, now let's pull up the next one because the next one is going to tell us what Operation Cable Splicer is. Operation Cable Slicer is a sub-program of the Rex 84 program, which establishes on the reasoning that if a mass exodus of illegal aliens cross the Mexican-U.S. border, they will be quickly rounded up and detained in detention centers by FEMA. Rex 84 allowed many military bases to be closed down and to be turned into prisons. Now, you notice they're saying Mexican-U.S. border. Right? Operation Cable Splicer is a program for an orderly takeover of the state and local governments by the federal government. FEMA is the executive arm of the coming police state and thus will head up all operations. The presidential executive orders already listed on the Federal Registry also are a part of the legal framework for this operation.
Man, it's crazy, bro.
Am I making this shit up, Elder?
Nah, you know, I already been doing a little bit of research on it too, because Tasha they talk about the same thing.
Do I know what I'm talking about, or am I just guessing?
Yeah, you own it. Now, but now I'm putting it together with this is part of if we decide to wake up and say, hey man, you know, this is our land and we want to get you off. See, we ain't like that though, you know what I'm saying? But that's what they scared of. They scared of us. It's a fear of if these niggas wake up and they can really just take over and it'll be over with. It's just to be over. It'll be the end if they decide to wake up and, you know, say who they are.
Okay, now pay attention to the lay of the land, right? I'm sure you point out some stuff. Look at where Mexico at in the parts that's been annexed by the United States. We talking Texas, we talking Nevada, New Mexico, Arizona, California. It's one missing. But anyway,
I'll post the picture for you. We got it in the last class. It's right here. I got all of it organized now. It's the last 6. No, not 6. It's man, how to get reorganized? Okay, this right here might be right here. Right here. This is a picture right here, so I can give you more. But
so this is the part of America that you see the arrows coming across is the part that we annexed. That's all of them states that I was naming. Now, when you see right where you at, just to the right, where the Mississippi River running up,
right here.
Right, that was the natural borderline to Florida on the in the Mississippi Basin. That was all the land of flowers, eastern and western regions, which was broke down into provinces or subsections, however you want to name it in English. The best thing I can say in English is a province or a parish.
They specifically went out to this land right here, like on like this land on this side.
Right, because that's the Midwest.
Yeah, the Midwest, this land right here.
Right. And that's what made my big mama conjure me to fuck up, because they fucked with that piece of land.
This the middle right here, this Washington.
Right. Right. That's what my big mama was heir to. My mama told me about it.
Probably like right there. Yeah. Hey, so let me get it all together. Okay. So we stand in this area first. We get they land over here, start attacking us and our family over here. So we left over here to come over here and fight them off and help everybody fight them off.
Almost, but it's kind of like what you said. But you see the green part under Florida, them islands down there?
Right here.
This is where we get the major distress call to start forming a front in Florida from them.
Okay.
Right? Now they being brought over as POWs.
Okay.
They not from Africa. This is all documented in the history books.
Yeah.
So they taking islanders, bringing them over here. So we send a distress call clean across the land on the Wind Talker channel. It's all hands on deck. Go to Google.
Yep. Oh yeah, you got these niggas, man. Hold up. Let's go to Google. All right, go back. All right, what you got?
Type in indigenous 500 years of war. That's a good sidetrack because that's a rich part of the culture. The diet and the taking away of the bison is very critical in our oppression, and that's a whole nother show. I don't see it, Elder.
Yeah, I don't see it either. So I got indigenous 500-year war. Let's try this.
Try native in place of indigenous.
All right. 500 years we fought, man. That's a long ass time to fight.
I think from 1492 to 1992 is how long.
This might be it right here. We fight the conquistadors, the people who don't care.
I'd like to see that picture.
Yeah, I'm gonna blow it up for you. I'm gonna blow it up for you, man. Hold up.
So now we know they burned the trees down, chopped trees down throughout Florida. You can still see, riding through Florida, you can still see the burnt, charred remains of many of the trees that still have stumps. Right? You can see the old bridges that deteriorated that was being used before the new bridges we own now. They show all of that stuff is still there. Right? So once we got done whooping their ass, we dispersed because of the Conjure War. The Conjure War was the 200 years. See if you could remember which side of the water you from, motherfucker.
Right.
Remember? Yep. If you can remember your ancestry, who came in with fezzes, who came in with feathers.
Yeah, with feathers up.
And can you distinguish the difference in the two? The problem is somebody couldn't remember who the fuck they was, and they were supposed to conquer us, but they couldn't remember who the fuck they was, so they put the feathers on and thought they was us.
Yeah. Hey, the Boston Tea Party. They're dressed with the feathers. The niggas with the feds dressed up with feathers to stop Benjamin Banneker. At least that's what they said.
We don't remember all that though.
Yep.
But Benjamin Banneker is the one who was the translator for Lewis and Clark. Big B and Bay. That's him. Right? He also known as Son of York.
Yep.
Okay, so as long as we know what we know.
Yeah, we got him.
We know the first motherfucker
that killed. He's a sellout. Bible says he's a sellout.
The first one that they killed for the blood to write the new Constitution in was Crispus Attucks. Why they got to keep telling you the nigga died first?
Right.
And they got to keep telling you that. The nigga died first.
Yeah.
No, he didn't die. They murdered him and wrote the Constitution in his blood because there's a universal law that say that the blood of the righteous shall not be spilled in vain, which binds us to that contract because it's our chief's blood.
Man, bro.
So we gonna follow all the rules and they gonna break them because they don't give a fuck about our chief.
Exactly. Hold on, I'm gonna slide down pictures right now.
So we didn't show them where the different tribes amalgamated in Florida became called Seminoles by the enemy. But the directors of the Seminole Wars was Gullah Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
And the Gullah Chiefs sent the distress call out and went as far away as Tongan Islands, the Samoan Islands, Hawaii, Alaska, all sent soldiers to fight in the Seminole Wars. And this is why in Pueblo, Colorado, the Pueblo villages was empty.
Mm-hmm.
They was all fighting in the war. That's why they kept saying it was an admixture of tribes, because we was all mixed together.
Mm-hmm.
We don't always be in each other's business, but when it's something that threatens all of us, our nature is the instructions from Big Mama.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a fuck how y'all get along. Don't let no outsiders come in here and kick your ass.
Yeah. Straight up, I'm with
Y'all
that.
y'all can fight when it's over with amongst each other, but right now y'all got to get rid of these motherfuckers that don't belong.
Mm-hmm. I'm with that, Big Mama.
Did that say 83% of all true Americans with African ancestry have Native American blood? How in the fuck is that possible?
Right.
That's got to be a paper genocide. And then we got to look at how long has Africa been called Africa?
Exactly.
Right? Because it wasn't always called Africa. So where was they coming from? Exactly. If they were coming from Africa before it was called Africa. I be asking too many of them little simple ass questions.
Same
like
damn land. That's where they coming from. Same people. Same everybody.
Mm-hmm. Next picture.
All right.
Hey, Pot Nine Black say everything in the U.S., the land didn't break up. They broke up your brain into fractals. That's a hell of a way to look at it.
Damn sure is.
Yep, chiefs are designated by most loved, most respected, and it don't matter what gender they is. All of the islands was already fighting when we got the message to form the barrier with. It also told us about the infiltrators too. But all of the islands was already engaged in the conflict from 1492 to 1700. The islands in South America was already fighting the conquistadors.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We didn't know in this part of the land, we didn't know what's going on until we got the message from the other parts of the land. Bakari Maurice Kinsey said they stole us from here. Goddamn right, but we ain't never left, so we always been here.
That's right.
That's why I say we've been here so long. We had to come here before here because we had to make here be a place.
Yeah, that's right. And Baba said it in the Let's Hit the Record Straight book.
Look at what that say. The almost total extinction of the Negroes during the time of the who conquest?
The conquest, Spanish conquest.
And the memories of them. Hold on.
And the most ancient tradition used to believe that the Negroes were the first inhabitants of Mexico. Physically, archaeologist Nicholas Leon, historian general of Mexico, 1919.
Right. So Pot Nine Black brought up the Iroquois Confederacy in the Constitution. So this is how they even got a copy of the Constitution to activate the blood of Crispus Attucks. It's from the original Constitution, which was derived from the Iroquois Constitution, which was originally an oral document that the chiefs taught to their sons and daughters so that they can be lawgivers in the land.
Mm-hmm.
You knew the rank and the level by how much of the Constitution they could recite orally without having to reference written work. Right? So it's just like making the Constitution into a rap song.
Exactly.
And you remember every part of the song, you can perform that motherfucker now.
That's right.
But you can't perform none of the song until you can remember the whole song.
To make it sound sense.
Mm-hmm. Right. Look at the next picture. And look close now.
Who are those so-called natives who you see on the TV?
Now look at them people in there. Now, this is actually the hieroglyphics out of somewhere in Mexico.
Yeah.
They look Aztec. Muriel's just going over that.
Yeah. Yeah.
These is them how the Amaru people depicted themselves. And they had multiple clans under the title.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Right?
Yep. Yep. Black, dark-skinned people, because oh yeah, he did put it in there, man.
Okay, so let's read a little bit of this picture as opposed to a little bit of the words. Do you see the four people standing
at the top?
Right. And you see it's people on each side of them.
Yeah.
Okay, now the ones in the middle are the elder lawgivers. See the white robes?
Yeah.
You see the ones on the left and the right don't have white robes.
That's right.
Because they come into the elders to get the law or to be examined for the law.
Uh-huh.
Now, if you look on the left side, you'll see the guy holding up what looked like a writing pad, and then behind him, you got people that look like they playing drums.
Yeah. He holding
So
up a bowl.
He might
holding up a bowl.
Talking
about right here right here on this side where he holding up.
Yeah.
He holding up a bowl, and this right here look like some kind of maybe like a bat or some kind of something. And then yeah, they got some kind of, it could be a fan, like the fans they fan the nigga with.
Or a tambourine or something like that.
Because I used to see my grandma with these in church.
Okay, now these is offerings. They making an offering to the elders above them. Now you notice that the elder above them have on elaborate gear.
Yeah, gold and shit.
Yeah, but he's not a lawgiver. That means so he would be what you call a dignitary that is right on the side of the lawgivers. So he could be like the law enforcer.
Okay.
The other ones can be the court. If you look to the right, they're mostly females up there.
Yeah.
So that could be the court.
And down here too, it's females. Mostly.
When you get down there, that's all ceremonial.
Uh-huh.
They're going through a ceremony. You see the trumpets on the left, right? And they got different headgears on going around in the pictures. It's a ceremony or a ritual going on.
Yeah. I believe it's like some kind of inauguration or something, like of the pharaoh or the chief, or making somebody like a pharaoh, like they come in to make a decision on this dude being the pharaoh, and they doing like an anointed. Because in ancient Kemet, we used to do the same thing, like when the pharaoh, it's like a what they call it, the Sed festival and all that. So I believe that same culture it's got some similarities, man. You know. With the trumpets, I seen that same thing. But these people definitely niggas. For lack of it, they're definitely dark-skinned beings for sure.
Ain't no doubt about it. All right, let's move on.
Tupac's people, man, the whole time. Crazy Horse.
ODB Chief Crazy Horse. He even look like that.
Hell no.
Look what it say. Look what it say.
The Mongolians.
What did one in the Bible say?
True native of West Africa, now called American African, meaning the earth, divine name, or makes them.
Mm.
Yeah, you know they the movies they do that, man. They really messing with the kids. So
I'm just tripping on Crazy Horse. That nigga looked just like ODB. He looked more Shinnecock than he did Chippewa Cherokee.
yeah, Shinnecock, the Massachusetts. Old Dirty the same. That's really. I think that's really the tribe that the I believe I know you and Mike Tyson from the same tribe. I know that for a fact. Y'all get too much resemblance. And he from that up north too, that same area, like the Massachusetts, like the Old Dirty Bastard tribe.